Hey guys, this week in grammar, we are reviewing how to begin and end a sentence. These are simple things, and you already know them, which is the perfect time for us just to review, well, what is a sentence and what does it need? Well, you know, to begin a sentence, you need to start with a capital letter, of course, a capital letter. You can never start a sentence if you haven't started with a capital letter. The second thing that you need is punctuation. And there are choices for punctuation. You can either put a period, a question mark, or an exclamation point, depending on what kind of sentence it is. If I'm saying, do you want to go to the store with me? What kind of punctuation would I put on that? Just any of them? No, of course not. I asked you a question, which means you need to put a question mark. Do you want to go to the store? Question mark. Your other choice is an exclamation point. Now, when I'm putting an exclamation point on the end of a sentence, do I have to put 50 million exclamation points to get my point across? No, I don't. I just need one beautiful exclamation point to show how excited I am about something. Today is my birthday! Exclamation point. It's really not my birthday, but that's something you might be excited about. And then a period goes on any regular sentence where you're telling somebody something. I did my work today. Period. So, capital letter, choose your punctuation, and then most importantly, check to see, does your sentence make sense? Mrs. Griffin went. Is that a complete sentence? No, because I never told you where I went or what I was doing. Mrs. Griffin went to buy a pizza. That is a complete sentence. It makes sense. It tells you who and what. I have 3 example sentences for you today before you go get started on your own grammar page, checking for that capitalization, punctuation, and if it makes sense. The first sentence says, the oak tree grew quickly. Does that make sense? Yeah, it tells who, the oak tree. What did it do? Grew quickly. But we're missing 2 things, 2 very important things. And I think you can already see what it is. What needs to happen here? I'm missing a capital letter. So of course, I'm going to capitalize the first letter of my sentence. And then I also notice that I have no punctuation. It's not a real sentence until I put some punctuation on it. So the oak tree grew quickly. Are we asking a question? Are we super excited about it? Or is this just a regular sentence, telling somebody something? To me, I think it's just telling how the oak tree grew quickly. So we'll put a period on the end of this one. Let's look at our second sentence. The oak tree, the meadow? Question mark? Well, I see a capital letter. Good start. I see punctuation. Great way to finish it. But the oak tree, the meadow, does that make sense? No, it makes no sense at all. What about the oak tree? What about the meadow? And why is there a question mark on the end? I don't know. So this cannot be a real sentence. We could say, did the oak tree grow by the meadow? There are many ways we could fix this, but this one, we're just going to put an X through because that just doesn't even make sense at all. Our last sentence has a lot of problems. It says, dot and jabber. It's missing a capital letter. It's missing punctuation. But also, more importantly, it doesn't make sense. Dot and jabber. What about dot and jabber? What did they do? Where did they go? I feel more lost than ever reading this sentence. I just want to know what happens next. Dot and Jabber went to the zoo. Could that be a good sentence? It would have a capital letter. It would say Dot and Jabber went to the zoo, period. That makes a lot of sense to me. Your work today, you need to double check people's work. There are sentences for you to read and either correct or put an X through to say that this isn't correct. Doesn't make sense. This isn't a complete sentence. So get that piece of paper, whether it's on an iPad or if you've printed it, and see if you can correct the mistakes in each of the sentences. Best of luck to you.